This is the time of the year that I am really excited to work in Zone 1. What is Zone 1? Front porch, patio, dining room, entryway. But I'm choosing today and this week to work on my front porch and my patio, and I'm getting started right here. We've been to the nursery and I picked up some things, and I'll show you what I've got, and I can't wait to get them started. So my 4 15-minute segments today, I'm going to get started getting my herb gardens planted. And who knows, I might take a little bit more than 15 minutes today. I'm pretty sure I will. I might take 30, but I will certainly have 3 or 4 increments for this Zone 1 work. Let's get it started. So I got a few goodies here. I'm going to try to put my fairy garden together, maybe. I've got my little fairy from last year. I'll have to see where she goes, but she's going to go in one of those herb beds. And just a few implements. But let me show you what I picked up to plant. Right here I have got some tomatoes, and these are the grape tomatoes. I planted 2 of those last year and they went crazy, so I wanted to make sure I planted some this year too. I'm not going to do cherry tomatoes, just the grape tomatoes, and then larger size. This curled parsley, mini romaine lettuce, sage, and mint. I always love to plant mint. And then I'll have to get some more for my little niece. Basil, and more tomatoes. These are the Bonnie original tomatoes, so these would be good slicing tomatoes right here. Rosemary, red bell peppers, yellow bell peppers. Oh, my tomato got broken in the car ride home. Well, it'll still work. Celery and more lettuce. I'm hoping my, not celery, this is cilantro. Sorry about that. And then here I've got a Black Beauty eggplant, another sage, some, I believe this is lemon thyme. No, this is English thyme. And this is the lemon thyme. And then this is the Greek oregano. And they're just sitting in this so I can kind of transport them easily. And then here I've got some carrots. And last year my carrots didn't do squat. So I got some seedlings already started. I started my own and they didn't do well. So these are baby carrots. These are the Foodie Fresh Crispy Crunch. And I got 4 of them. And we'll see how they do. I got 3 of these purple kale. Sandwich slicing tomatoes. And I've got some collards that a friend gave me. I don't see them right now, but they must still be in the front. So I'll get those. But since I'm burning daylight, I'm going to get started on one of these herb gardens. And I know there's a lot out here that needs doing. But today, I'm only getting so much done. I'm focused. I will get some of this out of the way, though, so that I don't get it in my pot. There's already holes in it that my husband drilled in there for me from last year to serve as drainage, so that's good. Put a few rocks in the bottom. This soil looks nice and rich. I'm using the natural and organic raised bed and container mix. I've not tried it before, but we'll see how it works out. I usually get the Miracle Grow, but this was $2 cheaper and it's organic, so I thought I'll give this a try. So this is what I'm thinking about putting in here so far. And I may not have everything I need, but Greek oregano, which won't get super tall. Definitely want to have some curled parsley in here. Rosemary over here. I used a lot of rosemary last year, so I think I want to put 2 in here. I just realized I forgot to put my fertilizer in. Let me do that. I just got some all-purpose fertilizer and I'll just work that into the soil. Gonna try to be a little bit more organic this year. Oh, this one needed to come out of this pot. Look at there. And I tell you what, I was really glad to get these things. I don't know, I just wanted to get my garden started. I'm just really concerned about the possibility that there may be some shortages coming up. And I wanted to do what I could to prepare. Oh wow, look at this one. Gee. I like to plant lots of thyme because I use lots of thyme. I use it in cooking all the time. Chicken and pork and soups and stews, just so much stuff. And she could be right here in the center. So my first little fairy garden. Here's the queen fairy on top. She's looking at a bluebird, and I have lots of blueberries that come here to my feeders. And you guys will recognize this fairy garden that I do every year. And it's usually one of the first things I do because I work it with Grandma Sandy. And look at the shides coming back from last year. Look at the bulbs that are growing on it. It definitely needs some work. I've had this birdhouse in this fairy garden for about 5 or 6 years now, and I was going to replace it. I did go to Menards and I looked around to see what I could see, and I couldn't see any that was cheap enough that I was willing to invest in. I wonder if I should just take those out and start over, but they're doing so well. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's root bound. Look at that. A strong smell of onion. I'm gonna just sit this in here for tonight, and I'll figure out where it's gonna go tomorrow. Greek oregano, I love it, and I use a lot of it in cooking as well. So, and I like to put it in a pot by itself. I may put some in some other pots as well, but I like the way it looks in a small pot all by itself. So this one is ready to go. Not sure what's going to be in that. I'll just sit it there and it'll be ready for whatever I decide to put in it. I'll probably put my 2 mint plants in these. I'm definitely not putting the mint in the ground. They did beautifully last year, but they didn't winter over. One of the things I always do when I go out, my first trip to the garden center, I'm impulsive and I just grab things. Even though some of them are things I know I'm going to use, it's not always the best time to get them. But everything that I've got right now is things that can go, but I still need a few other things to fill out some of these things. And I hope to have another edible landscape this year. I did a good job with that last year. My things really turned out nicely. And this is the peppermint. And I'll be sure and put a saucer underneath this so that it doesn't get out. And then this one is sweet mint. And I will have them separated a little bit so they don't like take off the scent from each other, and then they both just taste like one. I've got some rainwater that I've collected in here, and I want to get it out and put it in there. And that's part of the process. So I've probably spent almost an hour out here, but it was a happily spent hour. So I'm done for the night. So getting my patio garden started, I can check that off. Join me again tomorrow for another day of Zone 1 cleaning. Good morning. And it is a very good morning. It's cool and chilly. It's probably about 40, 42 degrees, but it's a great day to be alive. And I am excited to get started today on more Zone 1 cleaning. And once again, I'm probably going to spend about 30 minutes out here instead of 15, particularly because one, I really want to get some things done, and two, I've got some appointments that prevent me from spending too much time out here. My husband also has some things he's going to come out and do for me, but I wanted to get some stuff started. So first thing I want to do is check my feeder, and I see I need to put some feed in that one. And then I'm going to get started sweeping up the patio on this end. And of course, I want to do more work on this. Oh! And then last night, after I got done working on this, and I was looking around at a few things, I decided to swap out this fairy from this little garden right here, and I put in this birdhouse that I already had, so I didn't have to buy anything new, and I'm really liking that. But I'll get my jacket on, and then I'm going to turn on what I'm listening to, and I'm listening to Tom Clancy's Dead or Alive. You won't hear that, but I will. Things are a hot mess, but they won't stay that way. This is what I planted my cabbages in last summer. So now we're into day 3 of my Zone 1 cleaning, and this portion of the video is brought to you by Efurden, and they make some of the nicest porch, patio, yard, furniture, and other accessories. And they were kind enough to reach out to me to see if I wanted to share with you one of their products, and they sent me 2 beautiful Adirondack chairs, and so we're going to get those put together right now, and they're going to at least start out right here on the front porch. We'll see whether or not they stay there, but for now, considering how chilly it is and how wet everything is, that's where they're going to go for now. So let's get that started. So I'm really excited to get these open, and they've got several different colors, and I ordered a blue. Alright, so here's what it looks like when we open it up. They've got all the screws and different bits of information here, and an assembly book. Oh, I love that color. It's the same color as the rocking chair you painted for me. Pretty cool. Who knew? Yeah. So here are all the various pieces. And I was looking to see if there were any letters or anything like that on the pieces to help put them together. And I don't see that, but the pictures look pretty easy and simple to follow. They even provide a little Allen wrench to put the screws in. So everything comes in the kit. I am really excited about the color of these chairs. Look how pretty that is, and it's almost the exact same color of a rocking chair that I already have on the porch, My husband painted this for me a couple years ago, and then these came and they're almost a perfect match. I'll show you. Can you believe that? They're almost the exact same color. He had that chair painted to go with a birdhouse that I had sitting on the porch, and I'm like, more color, so I'm excited about that. And he also went and got his electric drill, which I am not surprised. So hubby's almost done putting the chair together, and then he's going to take care of the second one. But I've got a hair appointment that I'm going to have to run out to, so I'm going to leave and I'll come back and we'll see the finished product. And I'll be looking much better. Well, as you can see, our 2 chairs are done. And are they not absolutely beautiful? I just love them. Nice and sturdy, weather resistant. They're going to be perfect here at our home. Right now they're going to live here on the porch until we get some stuff done in the landscaping. Hubby's got to cut the grass and things are still pretty wet. But I don't know, I kind of like them on the porch because they match my rocker over in the corner, but oh my goodness. So Efurden, thank you so much for reaching out to me to share your brand here at my home. So this wraps up day 3 of my 4 15-minute tasks for Zone 1 cleaning. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. The last task that I have to do for this 15-minute Zone 1 cleaning is to wipe down this screen door, just because there's a few fingerprints and things like that. And then of course I want to clean here around the doorbell because I don't want spider webs to accumulate there. So I'll get that done, and then all 4 of my 15-minute tasks will be done. There's even getting to be a few spider webs on these doors, so I'm glad I'm doing this now. I clean the inside door every week when I do my weekly home blessing, but I don't get to that outside door until spring. So task 4 of my Zone 1 cleaning has been accomplished. I am really pleased with how my porch turned out, and these Efurden Adirondack chairs are absolutely perfect. They went so well with the rocker that my husband painted for me a few years ago, and then look how nicely they go with this birdhouse, which is why my husband painted the rocker in the first place. So I am so pleased that Efurden reached out to me to ask if I would like to share with my viewers a set of these Adirondack chairs. And look, these pillows are not new. I've had them here on my porch for a couple of years, and they set perfectly on the chair. The nice thing about these chairs is they're nice and wide, so they fit all derrieres, and they're easy assembly. They took about 15 minutes each, so since we had 2 of them, that was 30 minutes. So that was actually 2 units of my time for my 15-minute task. But since my husband put them together and not me, I'll count it as 1 unit. They're made of a highly resistant poly lumber, so they're weather resistant, and they will just do perfectly living out here on my front porch. And now I've got the extra seating for my guests that I've been needing. I really needed 2 additional chairs. So thank you, Efurden, for providing those for me, my family, and my guests. They were kind enough to provide a discount link for my viewers, so I will link that in the description box. And I'll also put the Efurden link in the description box as well, so that you can check out all the goodies they have and see what you might want to pick up for your outdoor living space. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying you are not done yet. Click on the link in the description box below and check out Efurden, and I will see you next time.